Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Becky, and in today's video we are doing the mid-year freakout tag. This video was originally created by Ely, and I believe her name is Chami. I will tag both of them in the description below. Also, I'm wearing my really cute shirt I got from Etsy. I will link the shop for you guys. It says Book Girl Summer, and then it says diving into a good book. It's so perfect. I thought it was perfect for today's video. And as always, every Etsy link that I use is an affiliate link. I am an affiliate with Etsy. So if you use the link in the description, I will get a commission off of your order. But it's cute and fun. I ordered it in a 2XL, which was a mistake because it's so big. Look, hold on. Look how big it is. And so normally I'm an XL for reference. So if you're thinking about ordering it oversized, I should have just gone XL because she's like a dress, which I'm not mad about. It's still really cute and fun. So just for reference if you're planning on buying from the shop. All right, so I'm gonna first start out by giving myself a round of applause because at the beginning of the year, I set my goal to, I believe, 30 or 35 books. I can't actually remember. My memory is so bad. In April, I changed my reading goal to 50 books. And so far this year, I have read 37 books, which is insane. Absolutely freaking insane because I read, I think, 28 books last year. So I surpassed my goal already, and it's only June. The first question is, the best book you've read so far this year. The 7-Year Slip has got to be one of my favorite romance books I have ever read. It is so good. I have let so many people borrow this book. It is just beautiful and well written, and it's just another book that I loved this year is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Frida McFadden's book. I read my first one this year. My gosh, it was absolutely so good. I devoured that book. I gave that book to a friend of mine who enjoys thrillers and fast-paced books. Anyway, so she's reading that book right now. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I was like, oh my gosh, the whole time. It was so amazing, so well written. The twists and turns in that book had me on the edge of my seat. I understand why there's so much hype around that book. All right, question number 2, the best sequel you've read so far this year. All right, and so for this answer, I'm actually going to show both these books because I read both of these books this year. Part of Your World and Yours Truly. Both of these books were so beautiful. I loved both of these. I enjoyed Yours Truly, the sequel of this one, a little bit more, but Part of Your World is also so beautiful and so well written. Question number 3, a new release that you have not read yet but want to. I think it's Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have it on hold on my Libby app, currently waiting for it to become available so I can read it on my Kindle. Christina Lauren's new-ish book, Paradise Problems, I think. I'll put it on the screen. But those 2 books, I love Emily Henry and Christina Lauren. They're some of my favorite authors, so definitely anything by any of them, I am always anticipating. Your biggest disappointment. I feel bad saying it. Well, actually, one that I don't feel bad about is the unfortunate side effects of, I'll put it on the screen. That book, it was my fault, okay? Because I was going into Aldi to do some grocery shopping and I wanted to listen to an audiobook. I wanted to have some Becky time. And I was scrolling through my Libby app and I was like, nah, whatever. And I had seen that book on my Libby app for a while. So I was like, okay, whatever, let's try it. And the 2 books I do feel bad that I was disappointed by. The first one I'll talk about is Crying in H Mart. I love memoirs. I am a huge fan of, just getting to know people's life stories and their perception, their perspective, and just it kind of alters the way you view people. And I just really love that side of humanity. Anyways, that's why I'm really drawn to memoirs. I felt as though she was giving us her experience without trying to connect with the audience, which is fine, but it just wasn't for me. It was not my favorite memoir I've read, and I was disappointed in it. I was so excited to read it, and it just didn't live up to the hype for me, unfortunately. The next one that was a disappointment for me, The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. Man, this book, I had heard so many good things about this book, but it just, for me, the book had so many things going on. I kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit. The way the author set up the world and kind of like brought you into the environment, I felt like was so well done. However, there were just so many different characters and so many different plot points going on. I felt like the more interesting plot points that I personally was invested in didn't really get enough time, and like just kind of were like, yeah. So for me, this wasn't my favorite book, and I heard so many good things about it, and I was so excited about it, and so super disappointed when I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. Next question is biggest surprise so far this year. For me was None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I knew this book was supposed to be good, and I knew there was a lot of hype around the book. I was like, holy cow. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I literally was being surprised the whole time. A new favorite author, or an author that is new to me? Lisa Jewell is a new favorite author of mine, and also Frida McFadden. Oh my gosh, both of those authors know how to write a dang good book. Your newest fictional crush. This one I am gonna answer with my favorite like love stories, favorite like couples I've read about this year. The first one is The Rule Book. I just thought they were cute and I enjoyed my experience. The next one is Yours Truly, and also 7 Year Slip. I absolutely sobbed. It also doesn't take me much to cry reading a book, so saying I cried about a book doesn't really tell you a lot, because I cry a lot. It's not hard for me to cry. Your newest favorite character. All right, so for me, my favorite new character is definitely Millie from The Housemaid. I am really excited because I think Frida McFadden wrote like a part 2 to that book. At least that's how book number 1 ended. I was like, oh, a book that made you cry. Okay, like I previously mentioned, it doesn't take a lot for me to cry. Here are the 4 books. I mean, a lot of books made me cry, but I'm just gonna mention 4 because, like, can I say all of them? Let me show you the 4 that did. I'm sure you can already assume, because I've talked about these 2 so much already: 7 Year Slip and Yours Truly. One that surprised me when I started to tear up was Emily Henry's Happy Place. And then we have Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book had so much emotional payoff. I think specifically because of the dynamics between the siblings, and as someone who loves her sister very much, this book just had me in tears, because it's just about like family dynamics and forgiveness and understanding and acceptance and unconditional love for the people who unconditionally love you. This book had me like a book that made me happy. I'm just gonna choose the book that made me laugh the most, and it is Sure, I Will Join Your Cult. I listened to this book and she had me actually laughing out loud the whole time. Her quips and her voice was so well written, and she made me laugh a lot in this book, and so that is gonna be my answer, just because I had a good time reading it. The most beautiful book you've either bought or received this year, and I'm gonna take that as like physically beautiful. So for those, I have 2 books on my TBR. This one, Writers and Lovers. The actual book itself is messed up because I got it on clearance, but I just really like the tablescape. This one, The Nest, I bought this at McKay's at the beginning of the year, and I just think it's really beautiful. It's why I picked it up. I've seen it before. I don't know necessarily if it has great reviews, but it is on my TBR, so I think it's really pretty. What are some books you need to finish by the end of the year? I'm gonna grab all of my TBR. Here are all the books I need to read by the end of the year. They are all upside down, I think. This is my physical TBR. We'll do it rapid fire, okay? We're not gonna spend all day talking about it. So we got Writers and Lovers by Lily King, The Nest, Ghosted by Rosie Walsh. This has been on my TBR for so long. Things We Never Got Over, Lucy Score, Leaving Time, A Reliable Wife, Sorry, The Case for Good Apologies, Goodbye Earl. Picked this up because of the chicks we love. The Wife Between Us. So that is my physical TBR. I always try to finish my physical books first because, well, that's just what I've always done until this year when I got a Kindle, and now everything's changing because I read 37 books and I don't have 37 books here in front of me right now. So that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up and hang out, subscribe for more videos. I record book content all the time because I enjoy reading. And if you like my shirt, make sure you go check it out on Etsy. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I get through the last of these physical TBR books and complete my 50 books in a year goal. That is a lot of books for you girls. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.